white trim. Face-off is won by Team New Brunswick. They play it up as far as the Nova Scotia line. Nova Scotia coming up with it through the neutral zone and over the line. This is Jack Baldwin playing it down into the corner. He loses it. It's Jackson Fraser playing it up along the wall, knocked down by Baldwin. Baldwin playing it out in front of the goal. Puck's loose in the blue paint. Xavier LeBlanc not sure where it was. Puck goes all the way back to the point. There's a long wrist shot. Blocker down by LeBlanc. Rebound just rolls to the right of the New Brunswick goal. Puck still loose. Team Nova Scotia peppering LeBlanc here early. Finally, Team New Brunswick get it, and they'll just flick it down into neutral ice. It's going to be a foot race down into Nova Scotia territory. Pass right in front of the goal, and what a nice save by Aaron Meaden. And just like that, after giving up a couple of 3 seconds gone here in period one. Lawrence Williams towards the front of the goal. Puck's loose. They score! A nice 1-0 lead. The goal coming at 4:07 of the first period. Jack Baldwin from Andrew Urquhart and Lawrence Williams. Liam Bowles playing the puck down below the goal line in Nova Scotia territory. There's a pass into the slot here. He goes all the way back to Bowles. Shot right on, blocker save, rebounds loose. Puck's loose at the side of the goal. And it was a nice save there by Aaron Meaden, who was able to kick the left leg at. 2-on-1 shaping up here for Team Nova Scotia. Here's Bryan. His shot. That sails wide to the far side. Team New Brunswick will just get it out into neutral ice, and Nova Scotia will play it all the way back into their own zone. Liam Duffy plays it over onto the near side for McPhee, who's pass up onto the left wing for Andrew Urquhart. Urquhart has it knocked off his stick inside the New Brunswick line. Face-off is to the right of LeBlanc. Draw one there by Nova Scotia, or by New Brunswick. They clear it out as far as the line. Nova Scotia keeping it in. Jamie Jaye gets pinned against the wall down in the far corner. He'll kick it over onto the near side. Puck comes loose to the side of the goal, picked up there by Team New Brunswick, and they'll start back the other way. Long pass to the neutral zone. That goes off the stick of Jackson Fraser down into Nova Scotia territory. Fraser takes it away from the defense down low in Nova Scotia territory. Jaye overhandles the puck, and back the other way now comes Max Bryan. Bryan 1-on-1. Bryan gets stood up there nicely, lost control of the puck. Jaye there to pick it up for Team New Brunswick. He has it behind the goal. He'll play it around the far side. Jaye took a high hit there. Pass for the neutral zone. That was broken up there by Lawrence Williams. He'll take it back down the left side. He'll hit the brakes. Williams will dish it off in behind the New Brunswick goal. New Brunswick having a hard time clearing it out of their own zone. Finally, it'll be played over onto the right side for Maxime Eric Morin. He'll play it down into Nova Scotia territory. Jackson Fraser in behind the goal. Fraser still with it now into the high slot area. Lost control of it, but was kept in at the line there by Marc-Olivier Wallet. Nova Scotia controls. Team Nova Scotia lead. Nova Scotia will just dump it right in onto Xavier LeBlanc, who will grab onto that with the trapper, and he will hang on for a stoppage in play. Face-off will be to the left of the New Brunswick goal. Draw one there by Team New Brunswick. They'll skate it out through the neutral zone. In over the line they come. Jackson Fraser overhandled it, turned it over, and Nova Scotia's back the other way. Dumping it down into the far corner is Braden Kerrigan. Morgan Fleming is on the puck for Team Nova Scotia. He turned it over, however. And New Brunswick is away through the neutral zone. A 1-on-2. In over the line is Maxime Eric Morin. Morin gets taken down. Nova Scotia will come up with the puck. That's Alistair McPhee playing it over onto the far side. And through the neutral zone now come Team Nova Scotia. New Brunswick will play it up into the neutral zone. Morin in over the Nova Scotia line. Fires a shot right on. Meaden with the save. And he will grab onto that with the trapper and hang on with 6:35 to go here in the opening period. Atlantic Challenge Cup. Jeff Robichaud with you here on AO Live. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage here. That goal coming at the 4:07 mark. Team New Brunswick through the neutral zone. Aguilar plays it over into the near corner. Fraser plays it in behind the goal. Pass out into the slot area. There's a shot right on. They score! Connor Brunswick have tied the game up here with 3:26 to go in the first period. Nova Scotia playing the puck inside the New Brunswick line. Bizo will play it over into the far corner. Puck goes around into the near corner. It'll be picked up there by Team New Brunswick. They'll play it back behind their own goal. It'll go over onto the far side. Aguilar unable to get it out. Team Nova Scotia actually take it out of the zone themselves. There's a turnover at the Nova Scotia line. Here's Morin trying to work his way through. There's a delayed penalty here coming up to Nova Scotia. And so the first power play of the game is going to be going to Team New Brunswick. With going to the penalty box for 2 minutes or less is Lawrence Williams of Team Nova Scotia. Puck played back to the point. New Brunswick will play it down into the corner as it'll go off and actually knocked out of the air with a high stick. And Jackson Fraser for Team New Brunswick. Draw one there by Team Nova Scotia. New Brunswick on it, however, down below the goal line right away. Nova Scotia will just find the opening and play towards the middle of the ice, picked up by Jack Cameron. Cameron will play it down. It'll bounce right in onto Xavier Leblanc, as it kind of took a funny bounce off the leg of the defenseman in front of him. Remaining here in period one. Nova Scotia playing it off the wall. Picked up there by Liam Bowles. And New Brunswick will skate it out. Pass over onto the far side. Fraser turns it over. Back the other way. Team Nova Scotia tried to come back the other way, but it looked like it hit some snow in front of the New Brunswick. Draw one there by New Brunswick. There's a shot redirected wide of the goal. Jackson Fraser plays it back over into the near corner in Nova Scotia territory. There's a long shot from the point. That'll be grabbed onto there by Fleming. Having a little bit of a conversation there, just at the tail end of that play, probably saying Happy Thanksgiving to each other. New Brunswick will play the puck down in behind the Nova Scotia goal. New Brunswick will turn it over. Actually, it'll go all the way back to the point. And Liam Bowles will play it back down below the goal line in Nova Scotia territory. There's a pass to the slot area. Nobody there for Team New Brunswick. Nova Scotia will skate back the other way, and they'll play it down into New Brunswick territory. Big hit down in the corner. A little pushing and shoving going on there between a couple of the players. Puck will get wrapped around over onto the far side. Pinching down, Jack Cameron plays it back down below the goal line. Nova Scotia controlling him behind the goal. They'll play it out in front of the goal. Nobody there for Team Nova Scotia. There's a fanned clearing attempt for Team New Brunswick. They'll play it back behind their own goal. Long pass up the left side. Fraser got a piece of it. Just draw one there by Team New Brunswick. Nova Scotia on the puck. In behind the goal. Here's Kerrigan. Trying to play towards the front of the goal. That was broken up. Jaillet hits the brakes in the corner. Spins away from a check. He'll play it off the glass. Puck will roll out into neutral ice. New Brunswick playing it up towards the Nova Scotia line. Knocked down. Firing it into Nova Scotia territory was Carter Giberson. New Brunswick now trying to keep the play alive in at the line. Giberson couldn't hold it in at the line, and he's forced back into neutral ice. He'll get the red line, and he'll fire it into Nova Scotia territory. New Brunswick on the forecheck. They'll drop it back off the bench as Bizo. His shot, that'll sail high and wide. It'll rattle off the glass and come all the way back out into neutral ice. Mateo Roy there to pick it up for Team New Brunswick. There's a long pass intended for Fraser. Just couldn't get a stick on it. And there's going to be a penalty here. And so that is correct. Normally on a face-off or on a penalty, the face-off would have been deeper for Team New Brunswick. Again, both those goals coming back in the first period. Puck played down and below the goal line. Chasing it down is Fraser. He gets pinned against the wall. Nova Scotia will just chip it out into neutral ice. And there's going to be an interference call here going to Team New Brunswick, Scotia, here this evening. Scotia comes right back to tie the game up at 2. Just 40 seconds later. Morin gets the puck out in the neutral ice. Nova Scotia will play it back inside the New Brunswick line. Here's Bizo. His pass will go past everyone all the way back down into Nova Scotia territory. Lawrence Williams. He'll play it into the corner. Puck gets flicked out and all the way back down into New Brunswick territory. He's not going to have enough to make it for icing. First on the puck is Kerrigan. Kerrigan trying to play towards the front of the goal, looking for the loose puck as it's bouncing around. Doyle will play it in behind the goal, pass out into the slot area, back to the point. There's a slap shot from Tillman. That gets blocked. Trying to chase it down is Aguilar, but Team Nova Scotia will come up with it and they'll play it up onto the right side for Fleming. Fleming turns it over in the neutral zone. That'll be dumped down into Nova Scotia territory by McFadden. Here's Williams for Nova Scotia. He'll feed it up onto the far side. Urquhart just plays it off the wall, turned over. Puck bouncing on Aguilar. He wasn't able to handle that cleanly. Back the other way. Nova Scotia now in over the New Brunswick line. Tried to feed it through the slot area. A couple of New Brunswickers are back there defending, and that allows New Brunswick to come back the other way and over the line. Here's Morin. Morin on the backhand, right into the slot area. Pass was into the feet of Giberson, unable to get the shot off, and that allows Nova Scotia to come up with the puck. 1:45 to go now here in period 2. Long pass in for Max Bryan. New Brunswick will come up with the puck deep in their own zone, and they'll send it up the far side. Richard into the slot area. That pass there was intended for Aguilar. That was broken up. Aguilar out into the slot area. Gets a weak shot off, and that was blocked before it even got to the net. Puck into New Brunswick territory. 3 Nova Scotia forwards down deep, but broken up. Long lead pass. Prize at this game here is where it's at this stage. Walking in, Williams trying to get the shot through. That gets knocked down. New Brunswick will just clear the puck out into neutral ice. Nova Scotia will fire the puck back down into New Brunswick territory. Nova Scotia playing the puck back in deep. Here's an opportunity. Pass out in front. And nobody there for Team Nova Scotia. It's picked up by Team New Brunswick. They'll just clear it through the neutral zone and over the Nova Scotia line. Team Nova Scotia will pick it up. This is Williams. Almost seems like Williams hasn't gotten off the ice in the last 3 minutes. There's a pass towards the front of the goal into the slot. Shot right on. They score! Jackson Fraser. Nathan LeBlanc. And over the line now comes New Brunswick. There's a shot right on off the stick of Grayson Aguilar, and that was draw one there by Team Nova Scotia. Duffy in behind his own goal, chasing it down. New Brunswick, however, come up with the loose puck. There's a shot that sails high and wide. That come off the stick of Morin. Did he ever rifle that one? Long shot right on. Shot scores! Going to Marc-Olivier Wallet. And nicely there by Duplessis. He'll send it over into the open corner. Nobody there for New Brunswick. Nova Scotia will play it off the wall out into neutral ice. Puck will get fired back into Nova Scotia territory. 6:45 gone here in the third. We're tied up at 4. Puck gets played all the way back down into Nova Scotia territory, and they'll just flick it and get it back down just inside the New Brunswick line. Jaillet back to get it. He'll play it off the wall. And it gets chopped down into Nova Scotia territory. Delayed penalty, however. It's going to be an interference call coming in. Morgan Fleming, the guilty party, going off for 2 minutes or less. Here's Jaillet at the right point. They'll feed the puck right through the slot area. Nobody there for New Brunswick. On the near side. Aguilar back to the point for Jaillet. Feeds it over to the far side. Back to Aguilar, top of the right circle. His shot is snapped out of the air there by Meaden. And he'll grab onto that. And Matthew McDonald. Nova Scotia will dump it right back in to New Brunswick territory. New Brunswick will play it out as far as the line, and they will get it out in a neutral ice. Turning it over is Aguilar, only momentarily, and then it gets turned over again in the neutral zone. Here's Bryan working his way in. Here's a shot, goes off a leg and over into the far corner. Spinning away from a check is Fraser. He'll play it in behind the goal. There's a pass up onto the right side that'll bounce off the wall and all the way down into Nova Scotia territory. 6:25 to go here in the third period. Tied up at 4, Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. Nova Scotia will pick it up in the neutral zone. Dumping it in is Lucas Chisholm. On the near side, Morin played it there for Jaillet, who plays it to the middle of the ice for Nolan. Nolan dishes it off. Jaillet jumping up into the play. Puck loose in front of the goal and finally is cleared into the corner by Nova Scotia, and they'll start out down the right side. Through the neutral zone now. This is Nova Scotia will play the puck down into New Brunswick territory. Aguilar-Agni with the go-ahead goal. Maxime Richard with the assist. Nova Scotia keeping the puck in. There's a shot that'll go wide of the goal. On the far side, it'll be Fraser. He'll play it ahead for Aguilar-Agni. Puck will get fired in behind the Nova Scotia goal. Took a funny bounce and almost ended up right in front of the net. There's a shot off the stick of Jackson Fraser that goes off the stick of a Nova Scotia defender. I suspect probably